Purple Banditos, and welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Legends Arceus. I'm PurpleRodri. Today we are going to be making our way to the 3 lakes as we are going to be taking on each of their respective trials. Sparky, you ready to go, buddy? Now let's go ahead and talk to Adaman as we're ready to make our way out of here. So, where are you headed? So for the trial of Lake Verity, we need to make our way to the Obsidian Fieldlands. It feels like not long ago that we arrived here at the Obsidian Fieldlands, that we started catching Pokemon, and it's amazing to see how far we've come in this adventure. Thank you guys so much for all your support. I really do appreciate it. You guys have been leaving me some amazing comments as we're getting closer and closer to the end of this game, and I appreciate it a whole lot. I am super pumped to be making my way to these lakes and to be taking on their trials. Our team is prepared. I'm ready. I'm super pumped. Would you look down below? There are actually a couple Luxrays down there as well. So Sparky, you have some family members over here near Lake Verity. It is so cool to be able to fly around this lake with our Braviary. I don't think I ever thought I'd get to do this when I first played through Pokemon Platinum, to be able to explore a region in this way. It's wonderful. We have our friends up ahead. Let's get ready to take on our first trial. They say this lake actually used to be a volcano. Then it erupted, leaving a huge crater that filled with water, and so Lake Verity was born. It is protected by a Pokemon called Mesprit. It was when Mesprit took flight that people first learned the joys and sorrows of living. Or that's how the old tales go anyway. Our Arc phone is beeping. That cave, it just appeared from nowhere. Is that the Arc phone the professor was going on about? Let's do this, Rodri. Mr. Skogita seemed quite intent that you would have to prove yourself to all 3 of the Pokemon that guard these lakes. This challenge was never for the faint of heart. We're ready to make our way inside. There's something about this place I can't quite put into words. Whoa, would you look at that? A menacing Pokemon stands before us. Trounce that thing, Rodri. Prove to the Pokemon of the lake how strong you are. We are ready to battle the Pokemon lurking within Verity Cavern. I'm going to put Speedy up in front, and let's do this. Here we go, guys! Rodri versus... It is time for Speedy to take on Alpha Goodra. Alpha Goodra is level 58, so I'm gonna try my best out here to catch this Pokemon. Thank you guys for letting me know that we could catch them. I think these will be really, really good Pokemon to have for us if we want to use them. So let's go ahead and open things up. I'm gonna go for a Bulldoze here, which should do a good bit of damage to the Goodra. I'll take that. That's a good amount, and we're not getting close to KOing it, which is something that I'm going to be worrying about. I want to make sure we catch these Pokemon, and we don't KO them, so we got to be very, very careful. Let's go for one more. Let's see what that's going to do to the Goodra. Oh, we left it right in the red. That's really, really good, considering we don't have a Pokemon with False Swipe. I'd say we did a pretty good job of weakening it down. Now, as you guys will be able to see, I do have a bunch of max potions that I picked up because I knew these alpha Pokemon are going to be tough. You guys have been telling me to get ready, so I definitely am ready for this. I'm going to try my best here to catch this Pokemon. As you guys can see, I do have a good amount of different Pokeballs. I have a bunch of items, so we should be okay today going after all these alpha Pokemon. All right, let's get ready, guys. We avoided the attack. That is great. I am going to go for a Sleep Powder, and then we'll see after if we can throw a Pokeball and catch it. So far, so good. I think we've done a really good job of training up our Pokemon, so they're going to do a great job of standing up to all these Alpha Nows. We're finally around those levels. I'm going to use the one Ultra Ball I have, And let's hope for the best. Oh, we got it, baby. Let's go. There we have it, guys. So with that, we caught ourselves our first alpha Pokemon. We got Goodra. That's the way, Rodri. I can tell by watching that you and the Pokemon you've caught in those little balls truly understand one another. Now, let's see about the Pokemon of the lake. We feel a mysterious presence. Whoa! Would you look at who it is? Mesprit stands in front of us. Let's go ahead and talk to Mesprit and find out what they want. Your emotions, share them with me. They're yours. So it speaks from its mind straight to yours? Makes sense for a Pokemon that embodies an aspect of the mind, I guess. When you fell to this land, what stirred in your heart? Surprise. How did it feel to bond with Pokemon and work together? It was heartening. What did you feel when you mingled with Hisui's clans? It's a wide world. What did you feel when cast out of the Galaxy team? I accepted it. Take this piece of the spirit to bind the world once more. With that, we obtain Mesprit's Plume. Mesprit's Plume, proof that you have completed the trial set by Mesprit, the being of emotion that lives in Lake Verity. This item is needed to forge the red chain. Thank you, Mesprit. I can't even imagine what that must feel like, having a Pokemon talk to you without words. Well, the world's full of mysteries, I guess. I can hardly even be surprised at things like these after seeing the sky itself so warped. Now, we've 2 lakes left to visit. That's right, we got 2 lakes left to go. Let's make our way out and get ready for our second trial. Looks like that worked out well, Rodri. Gotta admit, you sure know plenty about Hisui, Valo. That's right. You could say it's because I'm a merchant, but mostly I'm just naturally filled with curiosity. I want to know exactly what happened in the past that led us to this particular present. Or more accurately, I suppose, I want to know where I came from and where I'm headed. I want to know my path, so to speak. I think we'd all like some answers on that. I don't probably know how we came to worship Almighty Sinnoh in the first place. I've even got some questions about his true nature. Weighty matters to ponder for sure, but we have an important task before us. You want to return to Mistress Kojita's home? Let's go back. Perfect, I'd like to see what she thinks of our progress.
Oh, Mesprit's Plume! So the legends told it true. Then the red chain must be real as well.
I guess, but this all makes no sense to me. These Pokemon represent our minds, and they'll give us this thing, and it'll let us bind the world and solve all this mess, but how? Why?
Your doubt suggests a keen intellect. I see you're now your clan's leader for nothing. Without the mind, were the rift to widen and the very world to end, would we even know it? One might even say the world, time, space, all creation exists only because our minds are there to perceive it. Perhaps Master Red Chain's purpose is to let one see creation as it truly is.
I get it even less now.
Such a myths, my child, teaching us about the world in their own incomprehensible ways. They urge us to think more for ourselves on the nature of Almighty Sinnoh, and on the nature of the world in which we dwell.
You're absolutely right. Myths and legends are such fascinating things to study. In any case, all we have to do is complete 2 more trials and we will get the red chain.
How nonchalant you sound, how confident of successes to which you contribute nothing. You tag along only for the chance to gawk at more ancient ruins.
We're all prepared and ready, so let's go ahead and talk to Adamant again as we're ready to make our way to our second lake. So, where are you headed? This time around, we're going to Lake Acuity in the Alabaster Icelands. So I've gone ahead and brought us to the Pearl Settlement. As you guys can see, the Pearl Settlement is actually really close to where we need to go. So let's take to the skies once again. Let's make our way over to the next lake. I hope you guys are having a good weekend. I'm definitely having a really good weekend. I can't believe August is almost over. It feels like just yesterday we started this adventure, and now fall is coming, September's coming, and everything that comes with it as well. I have to tell you guys, fall is definitely my favorite season of the year. There's just so much fun happening, you know? You got scary movies, you know, you got haunted houses. There's just so much cool stuff going on during the fall. We have football coming back. I'm a big football fan. Some of you guys might know I actually played football in high school. I played varsity up till junior year, and then I just didn't play senior year because I had a lot of other stuff going on. So I actually love football a lot. I'm a huge football fan, and I'm just really pumped for everything that's coming with football starting back up. As you guys can see, there is a Kadabra here, which I haven't seen before, so I definitely want to catch this Pokemon before we make our way over to the lake. Let's see if we can do this. I have 66 Great Balls, so that should be plenty. That should be plenty. Let's go ahead and chuck that Great Ball, and let's see if we can catch this Pokemon and keep our adventure going. There we have it. Awesome. So we caught a Kadabra, and that is our first Kadabra. Remember that Pokemon, because I have a feeling that I have a really good nickname for it in store. Now, let's fly on over to the next little island as we're ready to continue on with our adventure. It's been a lot of fun so far going through this. This is not what I was expecting. I really had no idea what's going to come at the lakes, but this is a lot of fun. I love battling Pokemon and getting to explore different areas. We have our friends up ahead. Let's do it. I put Speedy up in front. Let's talk to these guys. Here we are, Lake Acuity. You know, I've been told it actually contains seawater as well. Nobody knows why, though. It could be a fluke of geography, or perhaps it's connected to a Pokemon somehow. Lake Acuity is protected by the Pokemon Uxie. When Uxie took flight, the knowledge to solve problems was born in people's minds. That's what the stories say, anyway. Our ARC phone is beeping. A tool that can make caves simply appear from nowhere is quite a handy one to have. Let's go, Rodri. I imagine there may be Pokemon in there protecting the lake's guardian. Take care. Thanks, Valor. We will. It's time for us to make our way inside and take on our second trial. Now, let's see what's waiting for us. Oh my goodness, would you look at that Pokemon? Wow! Wow, that is an amazing looking Pokemon. I know you don't need me to tell you this, Rodri, but I've still got to say it. Be careful around that thing. We are going to be careful. We are ready to battle the Pokemon lurking within Acuity Cavern. I have Speedy up in front. Here we go, guys. Rodri versus... It is time for us to take on one of the most requested Pokemon that you guys want me to use. This is a Hisuian Zoroark, level 58. An Alpha Hisuian Zoroark. This is wild. Now, I'm going to try my best to open up with a sleep powder, and then we're going to see what we can do to catch this Pokemon. Now, what I'm really going to be watching out for is to not KO this Pokemon. We got to be careful. I know that we could definitely take it out because we are very well trained, and I am getting hit hard right now. I am really glad I picked up these max potions. They have been an absolute lifesaver, and let's see what we can do. We're gonna try our best here, and I'm gonna do everything I can to catch these Pokemon, guys. I'm stocked up, and I really want to catch these alphas. I feel like it's been a long time coming from when we started this adventure, when I would see the alpha Pokemon, and I had no idea what they were, and you guys would catch me up on it. Now I'm like, yeah, it's about time. Let's take on these alphas. Let's take on some space-time distortions, and let's see what we can do, because our team is shaping up really well. As I told you guys, I'm really excited for the fall. I think it's going to be a great time. I'm pumped to be back here making videos with you guys. There's some really great Pokemon games that I want to play and get to, and I hope to eventually get to them someday. There's a lot of brand new games that I haven't had the chance to play, and I'll be playing them blind just like I am right now, and I really appreciate, you know, all your support. I'm really glad you guys are enjoying the series. I'm having a lot of fun playing through it. It feels like going back and catching up with old friends, and I know you guys are feeling the same way, so I really do appreciate that. Some of you guys will tell me if when you first started watching me back in the day, will let me in on a story that, you know, I've never heard from one of you guys before. You guys will catch me up on something from when you were growing up, and I gotta tell you guys, it's amazing to hear that. That's what it's all about for me, is getting to learn from you and to hear from you guys as well. You know, I'm someone who really values other people like you guys, like my family, my friends, you know, so it means the world, honestly, when you guys tell me these little stories of how, like, you grew up watching this series, Pokemon Heart Gold, Pokemon Black and White. I really do appreciate it, guys. You know, you mean a lot to me, and I'm really thankful to be here with you guys. Even if it's, you know, one video on the weekend, I'm just happy to be here, having fun and playing through Pokemon. We're doing a good job right now of taking down the Zoroark. I'm trying my best to just stay alive and to make sure we don't KO it. I think we've done a pretty good job of weakening it so far. I'm gonna try my best to just keep on catching it. I'd say I'm okay at Pokemon catching. I've definitely been better at times than others, so we're gonna hope for the best here. I think I got very lucky catching the first Alpha Pokemon with one Ultra Ball. That was really lucky, I'm telling you. But now I'm down to just Great Balls. I have some lead-in balls. I gotta see which one of these is gonna hit, guys. I really gotta figure it out. At least Moosh is out here tanking for us right now. I still have a bunch of max potions left, so I think we're going to be okay. As I was telling you guys, though, it's really cool that fall is here. I've been actually watching scary movies, you know, catching up on a few of them. I always have like a couple of movies that I want to watch during the fall, and the ones that I've really been enjoying, I don't know if you guys are big with scary movies. I definitely am. I used to be way more scared of them when I was a kid, and then I just kind of grew into them. And I have to tell you guys, the ones that I like are the ones with like the haunted houses, you know? Sometimes they'll like go into a haunted house and all this stuff. So I've been watching some of those. And also with the haunted houses, like watching these movies, it makes me want to go to haunted houses, you know, in the fall. And I always say, I'm going to do it. I'm going to go to a haunted house. I'm going to go like, you know, to this attraction, Universal Studios. And I never end up doing it. I always end up working or end up busy. And I'm like, you know what, this year, I think I'm gonna try and actually do some of these Halloween things, you know? Back in the day with my mom and my grandma, we would always have a lot of fun during Halloween. They're some of my fondest memories. Like, I remember dressing up as Anakin Skywalker one time as a little kid. I dressed up as Harry Potter probably like 3 years in a row. If you guys remember back when Harry Potter was being released like every year, I was right in elementary school, so I remember me and like all my friends, there were just like 3 Harry Potters, you know? All of us would dress up as Harry Potter. So I just have a lot of fond memories. Also, going trick-or-treating with my little sisters, you know, taking them around. It was so much fun, and I definitely want to experience some of that again. I think sometimes we focus a little too much on our job or our work, and we sometimes forget the little things, you know? Those are the things that really matter. And coming back here and talking to you guys and listening to what you guys have to say and, you know, catching you guys up on what I've been going through, it's really made me value that and appreciate it. So, you know, thank you guys. That's why I love talking to you guys and hanging out. It reminds me of little things that I forgot back in the day. You know, when you tell me about a series you watched and what you were going through, it reminds me of what I was going through. And I'm like, oh, I remember that time. I remember when Pokemon X came out. I remember, you know, when this game came out and what I was doing at the time. And it brings back a lot of nostalgia for me as well. You know, it really does. As you get older, you start looking back at some of those times in your youth, and you're like, wow, those were some great times. And that's how I've always felt about it. And yes, I got it! Oh my goodness, I can't believe it took a lead-in ball. We got it, guys. Yes! Great job, everybody. That's what I'm talking about. Knew you could do it, Rodri. We feel a mysterious presence. There we have it. Would you look at that? It's Uxie. So it's time for us to complete Uxie's trial in Acuity Cavern. Come, I will test your knowledge. Combee, Zubat, Unknown, Magneton, Dusclops. How many are their eyes? Their eyes? Tell me each, one by one, yet all at once. Answer me. Ah, a bit of a riddle. It sounds like we're going to have to figure out how many eyes each of those Pokemon that Uxie mentioned have. And then we're going to put in the code here. I'm going to have to calculate it. I have to read back and see what the Pokemon were. I believe I have it, guys. It took a little bit of research and I had to figure out how many eyes each of these Pokemon have. And I believe I have it now. I was messing up on Zubat, but I believe I have it. So Combee has 6 eyes. Then Zubat, I thought had 2, but actually has 0 eyes. Then Unknown, that one's a little bit easier, 1 eye. Magneton, that one's pretty easy, there's 3 eyes. And the last but not least, Dusclops with 1 eye. Yeah! Take this piece of the spirit to bind the world once more. We obtained Uxie's Claw. Uxie's Claw. Proof that you have completed the trial set by Uxie, the being of knowledge that lives in Lake Acuity. This item is needed to forge the red chain. Just one more to go. With that, guys, we have one more trial to take on. I assume all went well, Rodri. Still, I must wonder, why don't they just give us the red chain? Why all this running about? I guess I can think of 2 reasons. To keep the chain safe, and to test us. Perhaps you're right. Who knows what would happen if it fell into the wrong hands after all? Though having said that, isn't the red chain for mending the world? What use would some villain have for it? Who can say for sure? Maybe the red chain has some other use besides mending the world. You could well be right. I guess we'll have no way of knowing until we get the red chain for ourselves. So, shall we return to Mr. Skogita's home? Let's go back. Wonderful. Then we can see if Mr. Skogita has any more insights to share with us. So that's Uxie's Claw. I sense the warmth to it. The Pokemon of the lakes are strange. They seem to play on your mind somehow. Indeed, yet we may want to add just a dash more speed. Things in Jubilife Village are tense. What makes you say so? Seems a Pokemon's been glimpsed on the other side of the rift. One of those Ginkgo guild merchants informed me that Commander Kamado has raised a force not to survey the Pokemon, but to subdue it, should the need arise.
One of those Ginkgo guild merchants? You make it sound as if you're not one of them.
Now, if a Pokemon truly were to appear from beyond the rift, what would become of everyone, I wonder? That settles it, Rodri. There's no time to lose. We've got one material left to find for the red chain. Let's go get it. That's the spirit. I'll come watch this historic moment unfold too.
Watch? Is that all you really do? Remember, once you saw the third lake and found what's needed for the red chain, make for the shrouded ruins.
We are ready to make our way to the third and final lake. I hope you guys are pumped up. We've been doing a really great job so far. So where are you headed? So in order to go to Lake Valor, we gotta go to the Crimson Mirelands. So I've brought us back to the Diamond Settlement because it's very, very close to the next lake. So let's go ahead and start climbing and making our way over to the next area. I'm really proud of the way we have been taking on these trials. We're doing a great job so far, and we're gonna keep at it. The Alpha Pokemon are tough, but our team is tougher. We got that perseverance. Let's go ahead and make our way down and catch up with our friends. Let's see how everybody's doing, and if they're ready to take on the next trial. You know about Lake Valor? It's said to have been formed by a volcanic eruption, much like Lake Verity. Though there are also other theories that say it was carved out in the midst of a Pokemon battle. This lake is protected by the Pokemon Azelf. When Azelf took flight, the will to do what needs doing was born in people's hearts. Or that is what legend would have us believe. Our ARC phone is beeping. Oh, a cave appears where there was none. As if just for Rodri. In we go, Rodri. I imagine strong Pokemon could wait inside, protecting the Pokemon of the lake. Take care. Let's make our way inside the cavern. Let's see what we're up against. Whoa! A menacing Pokemon waits before you. Watch it, Rodri. I've heard about this one from my grandfather. Those quills, they're venomous. Thank you, Adaman. We are ready to take on our third Alpha Pokemon of the day. I have Speedy up in front. Let's do it. Here we go, guys. Rodri versus... We are going to be taking on our third Alpha Pokemon, and it's an Overquill level 58. It's going for the double edge. I have Speedy up in front, and we're going to try to do our best to catch this Pokemon. We've been doing a great job so far. We're going to keep at it, so let's keep on trying, and let's do our thing. I got a bunch of great balls ready to throw out, guys. Ooh, that is doing some serious damage. So I gotta watch out. Let's mix things up a little bit. I don't know what moves this Overquill is going to have, so I'm just going to try to keep our Pokemon alive. I'm going to try to weaken it, and then we're gonna do our best to catch this Pokemon. Now I have 10 lead-in balls. I don't know how I ended up catching the last Alpha Pokemon with one, but it's worth a shot. Maybe these Pokemon are a little bit heavier because they're alphas, they're bigger. So maybe just trying some of these random Pokeballs will work, because it seems like the Great Balls aren't really working that well. So I'm just gonna keep on going for now. Let's chuck a couple Pokeballs, couple leading balls, and we're gonna see what we can do. As I was telling you guys though, I am so pumped for the fall. I really gotta go hit up a haunted house. Like one of those, you know, really big production ones. I feel like I've been wanting to go to one of those for a long time. Back in the day, when I was like in high school, you know, during those times during the fall, I loved it. I loved playing football, going out there with my friends. I loved riding bikes, going trick-or-treating. You know, it's just so much fun during the fall, and I'm really pumped for it. I hope I can share all these experiences with you guys. I definitely would like to make some content for the members. I really appreciate you guys who have been, you know, subscribing every month, joining as a member. I definitely would like to make some more stuff like that for you guys. I'd love to share that. I think it would be a whole lot of fun. I also want to share, you know, more things of what's going on with me. I'd like to share my pets with you guys, and, you know, share some of those things that are a little bit more personal, which I think a lot of you guys would love to, you know, find out a little more about how things are going with me, you know, about my job. And I really do appreciate that you guys care so much about me, that, you know, you're willing to ask me those things, or to be interested in seeing how my day is going. Those are some of the best moments, when someone just asks me, you know, how are you doing today? And it's like, oh, that means a lot, you know. As you get older, I think it's a little bit tougher to stay connected with people. Everybody kind of just goes their own way. So to have a way to communicate with others, and to, you know, just catch up with people is a whole lot of fun. Now, we're doing really good right now. We're tanking it with Mako. I think having Mako out here has been fantastic. As you guys can see, I am just going to keep chucking the lead balls. This is the best thing I can do right now, is try not to KO these Pokemon and just hope that I catch them. Now, the one thing that you guys may be noticing is that the Overquill got itself pretty low, hitting us with the double edge. So hopefully we don't get no more double edges coming out at this point. I hope that we could just catch it. I thought that after we caught the first one so easily, that they were gonna be easy, right? I'm like, oh yeah, the alphas, okay. The first one, we just caught in an Ultra Ball. The second one will be a piece of cake. The third one will be a piece of cake. It turns out this is actually really tough, and you have to stay focused. I'm just going to keep us alive. We're using the max potions, and we're gonna keep on chucking these great balls and hope that eventually one of them sticks. You know, in the meantime, I'll just tell you guys, you know, some of the funny things I've been doing, and you know, what I've been, you know, getting into. I just work a lot, honestly. A lot of you guys ask me, like, hey, what do you do on your weekends? And I usually just hang around my house. I have to, like, do yard work, you know, those sort of adultish things. I gotta take care of my house a bit. So I actually do a lot of that in my off time, and I hang out with my pets. I watch a lot of TV, a lot of shows. I've really gotten into wrestling again lately. In the past, like, 3 years, I got back into it. And with that, we caught Overquill. Oh my goodness. I threw a wing ball. You know, one of those balls, and it actually worked. Wow. That's my Rodri. Oh, thanks, Adaman. We feel a mysterious presence. There we go. Look at that. Show to me unyielding will. Strike me if you can. Did those bombs just appear out of nowhere? I guess you're meant to throw them at Azelf. We have to try to hit Azelf with the bombs? Oh, what? How the heck am I going to hit this Pokemon? Look how fast it is. Oh my goodness, there's no way I'm going to be able to hit this thing. Oh, come on. You seem to hear a voice inside your head. Will you abandon this folly? I'm not through yet. I don't think I'm doing this right. Okay, don't give up. Keep trying to hit Azelf with bombs. You know, sometimes you gotta keep going, guys. We're gonna just keep going then and not give up and hope that one of these bombs will hit this Azelf. This is quite the test here. We seem to hear a voice inside our head. It seems you had best give up. Will you continue regardless? I'm not through yet. We're not giving up. So let's keep trying. I'm going to get it one of these times. I feel like I've been getting a little bit closer. Look at that one. I almost got it there. We just gotta hit it one time? Come on, I can hit it one time. We seem to hear a voice inside our head. Give up, you struggle in vain. Will you yet press on? I'm not through yet. Oh, look, it's like we're getting a clear shot. Oh, we got it, we got it. Take this piece of the spirit to bind the world once more. We obtained Azelf's Fang. Azelf's Fang, proof that you have completed the trial set by Azelf, the being of willpower that lives in Lake Valor. This item is needed to forge the red chain. Looks like our lake journey's complete. With that, we have completed our lake journey. Let's make our way out of here. Seems we finished the 3 lake trials. If I remember correctly, we were told to then head for the Shrouded Ruins. I don't know what could await us there, but I'm always excited to explore some ancient ruins. Let us be on our way. Whoa, would you check this place out? The Shrouded Ruins. Mist is so very good at obscuring things, it's long been said to blur boundaries. If we're to somehow bring together the world of humans, the world of Pokémon, and the world of myth, then maybe we need a setting such as this. That being said, what are we meant to do now?
Seems I've made it in time.
Showing up only when the time's right, huh? With age comes wisdom, I guess.
I had the aid of a rather remarkable Pokemon, if you really wish to know.
Right, but how do we make this red chain?
I would hardly know. We speak of a divine instrument, once said to be capable of binding the very world. Do you really imagine it can be forged by mortal hands?
Then what are we doing here? We don't have any more time to waste.
Oh, the Pokemon of the lakes.
We received the red chain.
So it was true. The pact our people have passed down for all these generations has been kept. At last, I can set this burden aside.
You succeeded once again, Rodri. Yet things do not seem to be going so well for the rest of the world. What's that supposed to mean? I've had some news from my fellow merchants in the Ginkgo Guild. It seems that the commander is going to forgo waiting for our investigation to finish. He plans to climb Mount Coronet himself. What's he thinking? Even if he makes it up there, what can he do against a giant rift in space-time? Well, he doesn't know yet that our Rodri has managed to get the red chain now, does he? That's right, we've got to let him know that it'll be alright now that we have the red chain. Even the commander should see reason then and call off this foolhardy plan of his.
Rodri? Welcome back. It's been grim here. We and the Survey Corps hardly even speak to one another lately. But with you back, maybe Captain Silene's appetite for potato mochi will return. Anyway, wait here a minute, will ya? I'll go and let the captain know you're back.
Oh, my dear Rodri!
The professor has been awfully worried about you, Rodri.
Of course I was worried, but I don't think I could hold a candle to the distress you showed, Akari.
That's blowing it out of proportion. I don't think it's appropriate for an adult to make things up just to hide their embarrassment. But, where's the captain? Wasn't she coming along with you, Professor?
She's buried under a mound of work, I'm afraid. We're to join her in the Survey Corps office. It seems her hands are more than full now that Commander Komodo's gone. The commander is gone? Well, he set off for Mount Coronet with the Security Corps in tow. He's determined to handle this whole space-time rift business himself, including dealing with the Pokemon that's been spotted on the other side.
That's why I was filling in for the regular guards, with Pikachu at the ready.
Well, we aren't getting anywhere out here. Let's head inside and report to the captain.
So you managed not to die, just as I ordered. Well done.
You know what? Thanks to you, Captain.
I have no idea what you're implying. All I know is Abra vanished of its own accord, inconveniencing me greatly. Before moving forward, I must ask. I assume that you are here again because you've managed to learn something of use.
Yes, I got this red chain.
Go on.
We explained about the red chain we obtained.
A legendary tool said to bind the very world. Commander Komodo is no longer here in Jubilife Village. The Security Corps had been scouting the area near the space-time rift, and they reported sightings of something on the other side of it. Something that resembled a Pokémon. The commander made the decision to take the Security Corps to the mountain so as to prepare to fend off any possible threat. They were to make for the temple at the peak. However strong the commander himself may be, he should have gone Rodri to help. As the captain of the Survey Corps, I hereby order you to proceed as follows. Rodri, take that red chain to Mount Coronet, make your way to the peak, and put an end to all this. You are officially reinstated at your former rank.
We have a new mission atop Mount Coronet.
Are you certain you can do that with the commander away, Captain? If he didn't wish me to decide things in this place, then he should not have left me in charge here.
Then I'll go as well. We're all in this together. We're members of the Survey Corps.
Naturally, no one suggested you should not.
We have our new mission in front of us. We need to make our way to Mount Coronet's peak. Next time, ladies and gentlemen, we will be continuing from here and making our way to Mount Coronet's peak. Make sure you guys leave me some tips and comments on what's coming up. Click that like button and subscribe button and turn on notifications to stay up to date with this Let's Play. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next episode of Let's Play Pokemon Legends Arceus. Have a good weekend.